U-GeekTV.
Hear me when I say, without a shadow of a doubt, and with complete conviction, Alien Romulus is the best horror movie of this year, and it, for me, is in the running for best overall film I've seen this year. Let's get into it.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Welcome back to U-GeekTV. I'm your host, Jarius, Unapologetic Geek, and I am back with another unapologetic review. This time we're talking about Alien Romulus, which for me is hands down the top horror movie of the year. It's not even really close for me. I've seen some good shit like Late Night with the Devil and The First Omen, that was my favorite film up until I saw Alien Romulus. But this takes the ball and it goes all the way for all the touchdowns. Like Alien Romulus is that shit. Just like always, on the front end, I give my spoiler-free review, and on the back end, pause. I'm not going to really review the whole plot, but I do have something to say about the third act in particular. The way this film brings everything home is just, oh my God, it's mind blowing. I've been a longtime fan of the Alien franchise, and as a member of this fan base, look, I can tell you, it kind of gets rough around the AVP movies or whatever. Alien 3 is okay. Alien Resurrection is best left undiscussed. And the gold standard, of course, is Alien 1 and Aliens. Then you have Prometheus and Covenant, and your mileage on how much enjoyment you get out of those may vary. Even though I enjoyed Prometheus, I wasn't that big of an Alien Covenant fan. However, those two films exist. They're out there. They're in their own little spectrum or whatever the case may be. But really, what sets Alien Romulus apart is that it goes for being a sequel for really Alien and Aliens. And even in the timeline, Alien Romulus is sandwiched between those two films. It's a love letter to the first two films as well as the franchise as a whole. Atmospherically, the director takes his time telling this story. There's some world building in that first act. It's really a build up, and they do a good job of making you care about these characters to the point where you see when they get to the Romulus space station, you just have this sense of really dread, because you know the worst experience of their lives lies inside of this space station, and it does not disappoint. They give you breadcrumbs of what's going on when they get on the space station as they're making their rounds and investigating everything. And at the core, these are people who just want to find a new home or find a better life, because they're on a planet where they're mining all day and they're working all day, and there's no sunlight on this planet. And they just want to go somewhere that feels like home. And they're going to use like scrap parts and different things that they believe is on a Romulus to not only get to a better life, but actually, provide better funds from themselves to really enjoy life once they get to where they want to go. And that's the heartbreaking part of what happens in this film, because the Xenomorphs, they on that shit this time. They dead ass serious. And things escalate quickly. And once they escalate, it does not let up. This movie is less of a sprint or a marathon and more of a relay. It's like the first act is to build everything up. And it does kind of get slower at one point, but that tension is always there, because again, you're getting these little breadcrumbs and things are getting weirder and more unsettling, and then it really goes for it. Then it hands off to the second act of the film, where you get more answers, but the Xenomorph is here. Quite possibly one of the most devastating creatures in sci-fi horror is making its mark and showing you once again why it's so terrifying in the first place. Like the care to build up the xenomorph here is immaculate. I love what they did. But it's the third act. The third act is where this director really makes this film his own. He does some things and he uses some old alien ideas from yesteryear and he puts them in his film and he just makes something that's truly haunting and terrifying. And it's beautiful in that regard as well. And I can't say enough about how good Alien Romulus is from beginning to end. And you're not really left on a cliffhanger, but you kind of feel like, especially if it's successful, which I feel like it's going to be, you feel like there's way more to this story to be told, and you can't wait to get there. You can't wait to see what's next. And that's the biggest thing that you want from a sequel, right? You want something that's going to enhance what came before and double down and make you want to know what it is that's next and how great or terrifying it can be. With that being said, it gets me to my verdict. Alien Romulus is an unapologetically superb film. It is a 5 out of 5 for me. I love this movie. I can't wait to watch it again. Stop what you're doing right now and go check it out. Whether you've already seen it or not, this film is worth your time. Now, with that down, it's time for me to get into some spoilers. And I'm going to be really quick on this. That damn human xenomorph engineer hybrid that they give us at the end, it is so unsettling and haunting. It did something to my soul, man. It did something like I was vexed when I watched that movie. I mean, go home and pray about it. Vexed when I watched that movie. That shit did something to me, and it stands about as tall as an engineer. You're what, around 8, 9, maybe even 10 feet. But it has that, and it has like the engineer frame, like the engineers from Prometheus. It has that frame, but it's much more skinny, like it's mainly bones. Then it has this long xenomorph tail. It has the xenomorph, um, the tongue or whatever that comes out and punches people, the hole puncher or the face puncher or whatever. It has that going on. Then it has these black lips and this creepy ass smile. Like the human features are there, but you mainly see like the engineer, but then you see the xenomorph in it. That shit right there was fucked up, man. That shit was fucked up. That's that is gonna go in the Hall of Fame of alien lore. It's one of the most unnerving things that we've seen on screen from this franchise. That shit right there, like really Scott probably squirmed when he saw that shit. I know James Cameron probably lost his mind when he saw it too. I, oh my God, it is such a great monster. It's such a great monster. And it's not, all that much different from a regular xenomorph. Like it doesn't have any new special abilities or anything like that. It's just the thought of it. And it's something that you never really probably thought about. But when you saw it, man, you was like, God damn, man, why did they do this shit? And but it's a wonderful film. And honestly, that creature was the scariest part of this film. That creature actually got me to jump. There are some other good jump scares in here, but there's the one that they do in the third act where it kind of jumps through the dirt or the sand that's on the ship. That's some good shit. And I wonder how they're gonna expand on that creature. Because they have to one up it and do something worse in the next film, right? So, Alien Romulus, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments. Continue to like, continue to share, continue to subscribe. Thank you for all your support. Thank you, all the new subscribers. Thank you, all the OGs that keep coming back. I appreciate everything, and there is more to come. And until next time, I'm Jarius, Unapologetic Geek, and I am out.